When the Cowboy fans talk, give them a double moonwalk. Yo, 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 everybody, you know, this is King Dingbat Show. There's no football on, I know. That's why I watch replays of the Red Zone. Let's go. Kick the red, double move on the red. Well, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat and the Cobra Kai is here, and it's another Sunday full of no football. Unless, of course, you're like me and you're watching the NFL Red Zone replay Week 11 today. I always find myself every Sunday during non-football to somehow end up on the Red Zone replay that the NFL Network does weekly. I just can't help it. I'm ready for football to start. I can't wait. Okay? Now, I don't care who it is. I need football right now. You could put the Cleveland Browns on TV. I will watch it. I just need football. I'm jonesing for football. Now, speaking of the Cleveland Browns, we do have a little bit of breaking news. The Browns have went ahead and signed MYCHAL KENDRICKS to a one-year deal. That means Kendrick goes from champs to chumps. He goes from the Super Bowl champs to a winless team. Wow. I was hoping Kendricks would go to Minnesota. That way we could double moonwalk both brothers at the same time. But it didn't happen. So it is what it is. Cleveland, they're actually a well-improved team. I mean, they actually got a good linebacking core. And I think they can win 5 or 6 games. We'll find out. But Kendricks signs a one-year deal with the Cleveland Browns. It is what it is. So I wish Kendricks nothing but the best in Cleveland. He helped win us a championship. And I hope he tears it up. I hope he has a great, great year. Now, speaking of tearing it up, and speaking of having a great, great year, there's a guy I want to talk about. Now, this guy I want to talk about, this may be a minority opinion about this guy, but I got to talk about it nonetheless. Something to think about, okay? I was reading an article, and it was talking about Jay Ajayi, and it was talking about how Jay Ajayi came into OTAs in like tremendous shape. I mean, tremendous shape. The guy is fit. He's hired a chef. He's got, a new nutritionist, and he's doing all this stuff. He's eating right. He's getting in great shape, and he's ready to take a bigger role with the Eagles. Now, coming into shape, being on a good diet are all good signs that I can't say diet too loud. I can't say the word diet or my wife's going to come and go, "Did you start yet? Did you start yet?" Yeah, I started. I started drinking Mountain Dew yesterday again. I'm cheating. I gotta get back on the wagon because I am on a diet. I gotta get in shape. I gotta get in shape. And then I'll say my wife will be like, "Hey, old baby, did you see the mails over there?" That kind of thing. But I gotta get in shape. Anyways, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I go on these little tangents. But Jay Ajayi is in tremendous shape. He wants to be more of a workhorse with the Eagles this year. And think about it. When he was with Miami, he was a workhorse. He was having 200-yard games, a couple times. And going into the football season in terms of like fantasy sports and stuff like that, I had Jay Ajayi as one of the best running backs in the league. Then in October, the Eagles get him. They get him for like nothing, okay? He comes to the Eagles. He averages, I think it was like 5.8 yards a carry, maybe 5.6, something like that. But he has like over 5 yards per carry. Then in the playoffs, he averages 4.3 yards a carry. And he wasn't even overworked, okay? And this is a guy that came in October, wasn't with the team a whole offseason, didn't know all the playbook. He had to learn everything on the fly. So now he has a full off season to work with the Eagles. He's in tremendous shape, and I think he's going to have a humongous year. Now, why do I say this? Why is this important? Because most Eagle fans that I have talked to have kind of reserved themselves to the idea that Ajayi plays one more year, then he walks, because he's going to want too much money, and we're not going to pay a running back that kind of money with degenerative knee problems. Okay? He's 24. He'll be 25 this month. Only 25. And his rookie contract, this is the last year of his rookie contract. But I think that we the Eagle fan, I think we need to be open-minded about keeping Ajayi more than just this year. That, you know, maybe we should look at signing him to an extension. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, give him like Le'Veon Bell money, what he would get as a free agent, or sign him to 6-7 year deal. But I think a 3 to 4 year deal for Ajayi, okay, would be okay. And maybe because of his degenerative knee problems, maybe he won't get top dollar anyways, and we can get him at a little bit of a discount, or we can get outs put into the contract because of his knee problems. A lot of people are worried because of his degenerative knee problems, but from what I've read, it's not going to affect him so much right now, you know, 24, 25, the next few years. But it may shorten the length of his career. It may hurt him when he's in his 30s. It's probably going to do that. Now, there's another Eagle who was very popular and was very good that had degenerative knee problems right out of college. I don't know if people remember, but Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter had knee problems, and I remember them talking that, you know, he wasn't going to have a long career, you know, when he was, you know, brought in, drafted by the Eagles because he has knee problems and that kind of thing. He played pretty good amount of time. He played for a long time, and he was effective, you know. So I think that Ajayi has 3 to 5 years left. I really do. And if I'm the Eagles and he goes out especially and has a huge year, I gotta sign him. I gotta bring him. I gotta sign him for a few more years. And then you have him and Clement. Clement, to me, is also a guy who may be capable of being a feature back himself. So if you can get both those guys at the same time, you know, complement each other with everybody else that they have, it would be a tremendous weapon for the Eagles. It would be a tremendous weapon. And I think that you can probably get Ajayi at a decent rate, but we'll see. But I just think that we got to be open-minded to keeping Ajayi because it was such a big trade. I mean, we ripped off Miami, and it's going to go down as one of the better trades for the Eagles. Yeah, tremendous, tremendous trade by Howie Roseman and the Eagles, man. I remember the day of that trade. I was so excited. I was flipping out. I jumped on for a live stream. It was very, very cool to see them get Ajayi. And, you know, we can't discount also that Ajayi and Clement are vital to this season, especially early on as Carson comes back from injury, as we want to take pressure off of him and be able to run the ball and move the ball on the ground. I mean, all that kind of stuff helps Carson. But I see Ajayi as having good 3 to 5 years left. And if he goes out and he has a big year, I'm definitely keeping him because it doesn't cost anything really to have Clement right now. He's on a rookie deal. So why not have both those guys for a few years? And you know what? Maybe Ajayi, you know, splitting carries with Clement, maybe it saves his knee and adds a year or two to his career. So Ajayi is a very, very good running back. And I hope that the Eagles will look to keep him, especially if he goes and has the year that I think he's going to have. So with that said, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.